Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is staying safe and sound and that everyone is ready to learn something new today. But first, if you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit that bell notification so you'll know my videos come out. And if you're not subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so I don't normally do a video today, but I need to do a civics lesson for my students at school, and I thought that this would be the perfect civics lesson. Seward's Day, March 29th, 2022. Now, if you don't know who Seward is, then this is a good video for you to learn. Okay. Seward's Day, which falls on the last Monday in March each year, is named for then Secretary of State William H. Seward, who was responsible for the purchase in the first place. The legal holiday in Alaska commemorates the day the Alaska Purchase Treaty was signed. This day shouldn't be confused with National Alaska Day, however, which marks the formal transfer of control of Alaska from Russia to the U.S. Read all about this day here. Okay, so we're doing a different day. We're not doing that one. History of Seward's Day. A long time ago, or in the 18th century, Alaska was owned by the Russians. A lot of people don't know that. Then came the Crimean War, fought for the rights of Christian minorities in the Holy Land, a part of the Ottoman Empire. Russia fought against the alliance of France, the Ottoman Empire, United Kingdom, and Sardinia, and lost. Reeling from this, Russian Tsar Alexander II started exploring options to raise money for the country. He turned his gaze towards Alaska. Not only had the sea otter population vastly declined, but Alaska would also prove to be very difficult to defend in the event of a future war, especially since the British forces were based out of neighboring Canada. The Russians discussed this plan and were all for selling to the U.S. by 1857 in the hopes that their presence would deter the British from any attacks. Negotiations began. However, the American Civil War took precedent at this time, and any plans for buying Alaska were put on hold. Following the Union win, Tsar Alexander asked for another round of negotiations. The U.S. Secretary of State William Seward negotiated with Russian Minister Edward D. Stork. They agreed to a treaty on March 30th, 1867, which was ratified by the U.S. Senate. At the time, they paid $7.2 million, or about 2 cents per acre. That's really cheap. They called this place Alaska, changing it from the Russian name Anaska or Alaska. Most Russian citizens went home, barring a few traders and priests, mostly who chose to remain. They would eventually leave Alaska too, as records indicate. The reaction to this purchase were largely positive, with people believing the added possession would create a base to expand trade in Asia. Seward's political opponents coined the phrase Seward's Folly or Seward's Icebox, referring to Alaska as useless land. Alaska will remain sparsely populated until the Klondike Gold Rush of 1897, when the region came to be seen as a truly valuable addition to the U.S. territory. Today, Alaska stands as the U.S.'s 49th largest territory and is a booming tourist spot. A few things that I wanted to add. Well, let me do the timeline first. The European discovery of Alaska, 1741. A Russian expedition led by Danish explorer Vitus Bering and including German zoologist and explorer George Stellus sights Alaska. The land is already inhabited and has been since around 1000 BC as per historical records. So there was actually a land bridge going from Russia to Alaska many, many years ago. 1867, renegotiations. Russia enters into renegotiations with the U.S. to sell Alaska. They approached America with this plan before the Civil War, too. 1867, the treaty is signed. William Seward and Russian Minister Edward D. Stork agreed on a treaty for the purchase of Alaska, which is signed at 4 o'clock on March 30th. 1867, the transfer. Alaska's ownership transfers from Russia to the U.S. The Russian flag is lowered and the U.S. flag takes its place as American soldiers parade in front of the governor's house. 1959, we have a state. Originally called the Department of Alaska, the name changes to the District of Alaska, 1884, then the Alaska Territory, 1912, before being admitted as a state in the U.S. It gains the name State of Alaska. So a few things I wanted to add. So $7.2 million back then would be about $150 million right now. So, we actually got Alaska pretty cheap. And right now, I believe that Russia is, basically sorry that they ever sold Alaska to us. They're second guessing their idea back then. Many people don't know this, but Russia is our neighbor. From the tip of Alaska to Russia is only about 53 miles. I mean, in fact, one time, was it Sarah Palin, the mayor or governor of Alaska, whatever, she made a statement that she could see Russia from her backyard. It was a reference to how close we were to Russia, but a lot of people don't know that. So I just thought that would be, some extra added information that, you might need. Can you imagine if Russia still retained ownership of Alaska, how, we would probably get stuck. We would probably be in the war right now. But thankfully, we got Alaska and we're not giving it back anytime soon. Again, if you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Trust me, it does. Hit that bell notification so you know my videos come out. Generally between 3 and 4. This is a family-friendly channel after all. So, I want adults and children to learn this stuff because some of this stuff is important. And please, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I told you that I had 1,000 and then I lost a couple of hundred and then I came back up. It's because YouTube said that there were inactive subscribers, so they removed them. So I've been telling everyone who previously subscribed to my channel to make sure that they're still subscribed, because you may not be even though you know it. And if you're not, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, I thank you. But in order to make the subscription stick, make sure you hit that like button or comment or something. Otherwise, YouTube thinks it's a bot and they remove it. Okay. I thank you. Stay safe, and I will speak to you soon.